just want to ask you ladies about natural hair, and do you find that good hair syndrome follows us even when we have every intention of embracing our hair natural? Do you find that you follows us into being natural, even though we've let go of relaxed hair and the actual physical act of it?
Yeah, yes. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. I did not care about, I gave up a lot of things when I became natural. I think it was something that I thought a lot about. And then recently, when the whole natural hair thing started happening, when people were doing blogs and you saw more information, I found that I became really preoccupied with length. And I was like, where did that come from? I was like, I need this length check. I was like, where? Why? I mean, that's, I think, another, you're still holding on to the notion of, you know, this type of hair is pretty. This type of hair makes you beautiful. This length of hair is the only acceptable way to be a woman. And I had to let that go. So I don't know what you guys think, but that for me was definitely a struggle.
I got the whole nappy hair thing. You know, it's one thing when your hair is curly, it's another thing when it's nappy. You know, and if you don't have a certain kind of curl pattern, if your curl is too tight or if it's not loose enough, then, you know, you don't necessarily have that good hair. Like if there's such a thing as bad hair, you know, it's just hair. It's how it grows out of your scalp. There's nothing you can do about it but let it grow, right? But that's just not how it's perceived. It's good hair if it curls a certain way, or if it lays a certain way, or if it doesn't shrink. God forbid your hair shrink down, because then it's just a nappy mess. If there's nothing else going on, you don't take care of it, you're not doing anything, it is not cute. It's like, really? You know? It's just, it can be very frustrating.
It is.
I think one of the things I personally experienced from the older generation, good hair, bad hair, is on two sides of my family. One side of my family is dark, one side of my family is light. So I never quite fit in. On the side of my family that was dark, I had all of the great characteristics. I was light. I had stuff going for me. But my hair was a nuisance. You know, so it was kind of like I looked unkept. I was pretty, but I looked unkept because my hair was natural. And it wasn't, I didn't have a weave in. My hair wasn't red. You know what I mean? Or it just wasn't straight. So on the lighter side, I was a little dark. And I had double negative going. I was a little bit dark, if you can believe that. And I had nappy hair. You know, so it was kind of like it's entrenched almost in black culture, unfortunately. You know, and if you don't act like you don't have it, we got skin issues. Right. So, you know.
And one usually has to match the other.
Right. So, you know, I'm a little bit, you know, I'm light brown.
Okay. Right.
I'm light brown. She's real light brown. Yeah. I'm a little extra light brown. However, you know, I'm light and my grandmother's hair is straight. You know, it's always been straight. And my aunt's hair is straight. So I'm coming in and, what you mean you're going to wear it like this? My grandma calls it nappy shit all the time. Comb that nappy shit. And just the connotation of how that comes out, you'd be like.
And the venom, it's pretty venomous.
You know, and I know she is saying it to be malicious, but that's just from the era she comes in. You know, so there's a lot of different issues, I think, when you talk about good hair.
I even think about like this whole, like, even though we're doing a YouTube video, and I love YouTube videos, I admire everyone who takes on the challenge of trying to help, you know, another sister out, another brother out with, you know, accepting their hair. But I also see like a trend of the most popular accounts and bloggers and vloggers have certain hair, and if it's not a certain texture, it's a certain length, like you never see too many people with a whole lot of shrinkage whose hair is super tight, or just someone whose hair is ultra, like their hair is cottony but it's super thin, and it's like, what can you do with it? Like, I'm sure, I have several family members who have that type of hair, and I don't really see a lot of videos where like someone can help them. So it's just,
there's a lot of natural girls who are like, you know, how do I get my hair to do that?
Yep.
Right.
And I'm like, your hair does what it does.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Can
hers
Kinky
does what it
Curly
does.
make my hair
Yes.
like permanently?
No.
You know.
No, God maybe is the only one that can help you with that. You should ask him.
And that's not going to
And he already made his choice,
Right.
so this is what you got.
Right.
Not only that, I think it's important to pay attention to detail. That I have a whole bunch of different textures in my hair at the
Right.
same time. Like right in the front, like where this little, my little finger's going on, it's straighter. I don't care what I do. If I wet it, it's going to hang. But here on the side and in the middle, it's going to shrink down. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like frustrating for me because I used to say, I wish all my hair was just the same. And I wanted it to be like the kind that
In the
hung.
front.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn to embrace the shrinkage. So when I started to Bantu knot my hair, when it started to come down, I would get mad because I wanted it to be
Right.
short and curly
Right.
all over because I really learned to love that look.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a good place.
Bye.
Bye.